Good morning. We are late to school, so let's get going.
I guess Daddy always makes us late to school.
Sort of something they believe in.
That hurt.
Just like I made you late once, and now we have a child.
Oh my God, Brian.
Come here. Good morning. What is today? Wow, May 20th already.
Oh my goodness.
And yes, it is 6:47. So we're running a little bit late. So today's video is, can a computer geek or nerd fix a car's AC? We'll find out today. But first, we need to drop Lily off at school and get the items that we're going to need. And then we got to let the car cool down a little bit because where I have to put my hand, it's going to be a little hot.
Yeah.
So let's get going. Let's make it a fun day. And let's hope that this fix works.
I really hope it does.
If it does, it's an amazing thing. And it'll save a lot of money.
Oh, yes.
But first, we gotta get to school and then to Walmart or to a parts store. Let's get going. Alright, Lil, I hope you have a great day. Have fun. Okay, so now that Lily is dropped off at school here, our next step is we're gonna go down to Walmart because Walmart actually does have the AC recharge stuff. And I know that the parts stores typically aren't going to be open this early, a lot of them. So we can first start with Walmart, see if they even have any, and get a feel for the price. And if they got it, and it's at a good price, then we're done. Yeah. Overall, I'm actually a little bit happy about this because maybe we can get this fixed and just be done with it. I can't go left. It's gonna be really hard. Because you're gonna have a lot of parents flying in.
Okay, we're gonna have to take a long way to Walmart now.
Yep. Alright, let's get going.
Oh, wait.
Now we'll just go out to Independence.
Okay.
Alright, let's get going. I have to admit, there's one thing that I am not taking so well. See, when you go past areas on, let's just say, Living with the Land, you get a nice welcoming smells. If you go back to the 1990s, you get nice welcoming smells of citrus groves and everything. You put the windows down today in Orange County, all you get is just the smells of raw sewage and
God, it
gas.
smells so bad.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's get into Walmart. It is 7:22. Let's go have some fun. All right, we got our AC Pro stuff. And what was the total?
$79.81.
That's not bad. Can a nerd fix a car's AC for under $100? Let's find out. Okay, it is 9:12. Yes, I have freshly shaven and trimmed up the sideburns a bit too. Let's go fix a car. And let's see how good it can go. Okay, so here we have 2017 Ford Focus SEL sedan. The Micromobile. Let me show you something. That black little plug cap right there. That is what we have to get to, so that way we can go ahead and get the AC recharged. Let's get to it. So basically, here's the deal. It states that it needs 21 or 22, okay? However, this is an 18, so we had to get one more, unfortunately. Let's start. Honestly, so far, this seems actually relatively easy to do. Unscrew and discard before use. Cool. We we are back again. So, our Ford Focus has to be special. It requires R123YF or something like that instead of the more common R134, like what everybody online was saying. So it looks like the issue is the coupler, which is basically the little port where you attach it. That was not attaching, and I was squeezing it and I noticed that it was actually leaking out of the side. I was like, okay, and there's no pressure either on the canister valve. That's weird. So that's when I hopped in the car, shot up the YouTube, and then I was like, okay, well, they're also saying R134. Let me go back under the hood. Sure enough, our car has to be special. And not to mention, this is not my first Amazon basic black shirt for the day. This is my second.
Yeah, I think anybody who was watching that video could see you were drenched. You
On
look
top
like you
of
just
that,
came out of a pool.
this beautiful girl, this cute girl here, came out for 1 minute to check on me because she was worried that I probably blew my face off or something. And she had her back drenched in sweat, which is why
I changed my shirt.
new shirt for her.
I was literally out there I wouldn't even count 5 minutes. And I had to change my shirt. God, I can't even imagine how you did it.
Thank you. Let's get to Walmart. Let's go do the exchange.
Yes.
I hope there's not a significant price increase.
I really hope not. Alright, let's go.
Let's go. Alright, let's get over to Walmart. Let's get this done. Are you ready? I do have a pair of scissors in the back seat, so we should put them in the trunk. We don't want them flying around like Final Destination style.
Grab that water bottle.
Do we?
No.
On one hand, I'm ticked off right now because we have to go back over. Yeah, nothing was even taken in at all. But on the other hand, I may just say screw it and just pop the freaking hood over there. Since I have all the tools right in the trunk, I have the scissors and crap.
Yeah.
And just be done with it there, or should I do it back here at the house?
That's up to you. It's supposed to only take 10 minutes, so.
You know what? Let's just do it back at the house. Okay.
It is unbelievably hot today.
Yeah, honestly, I'm actually surprised about one thing. That you're joining me on this second run.
Okay.
No, I thought you would want to stay at home and stay out of the heat right now.
I kind of do,
And just
but
like
it's fine.
not deal with this heat level
I
right
know.
now. Because seriously, when the original idea was for me to stream at Hollywood today, she was never planning to come with.
No, I really wasn't.
With the heat and her health, it would have not mixed at all. And I was so worried about that. And to be honest, I don't know how you're going to feel about what I'm about to say. But what I want to do, okay, is I want to move Universal Studios / Islands to Saturday. How's that sound?
Oh, that's fine.
And we just go early in the morning.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Are you cool with that idea?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Actually.
Let Lily be in school as much as she can with her friends
Yeah.
before the school year is over. What you and I will do will be determined by today. As far as Miami trip goes, Miami is gonna be postponed. Because truthfully, I was thinking about it last night and everything. And before we go down to Miami on a trip like that, I seriously am thinking I want to have about $300 in savings. Not to be able to be used, but just in savings before I go down there. In case we get a tire puncture along the way, in case a number of things happens. And we need to put up money for like a deductible for a car rental to get back home.
And a tow.
Exactly. But yeah, I think that I'm gonna do it that way. Are you okay with that?
I'm fine with that, definitely.
Okay. See, this is why I love this girl so freaking much. Because 96% of the time, we're on the same page. 4% of the time, we're not. And the 4%, yeah, we have our little tidbit fights off screen.
Yeah.
Where we bicker at each other, but at the same time, we know how to get over it, move on.
It's because we've had years of practice.
Exactly. Because all couples do.
You just have to learn how to actually step back, listen to each other, and then realize that both of you were mistaken.
And sometimes, both of you are just plain stupid.
Yes.
And what you really were arguing about in the beginning doesn't even matter if something else can't happen to make that part happen. Am I right?
Yeah. Sometimes a mistake can be on both parts.
Yes. Other times,
When it's one person misunderstanding something, you gotta understand why the other partner misses understanding it.
other times, it's just your fault. Shut up, assume responsibility, and move on. That's the best thing you can do sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes that shuts them down pretty quick. Other times that pisses them off even more.
Alright, let's go ahead. Let's go to our Walmart before our Action 5 Pro overheats in this sunlight.
It hasn't already. I think I just pop back in lens. There we go.
Alright, let's get into Walmart and let's do an exchange or return. And then try for take 2. Update! They did have one canister in there. It came with the digital gauge, it came with the right coupler, but it was $105 and it was only like 10.8, so we would have needed 2 of them. Basically, we would have had to buy the digital kit twice unneeded when you only need it once. Let's get going.
Wednesday.
So what that means is that we have to go over to another parts store and see if we can find, oh my god, the coupler system, and then buy another canister separate. That's what we need to do. There is a parts store right across from here, and I remember it because it was right next to Mavis as well. So
I guess Advance Auto Parts doesn't have it either. Or is this Advance Auto Parts?
no, that's a different one, but it's right here. But here's the deal, okay? The other part of it is Walmart had it for $69.88, the service, but then you have to pay for the parts separately, and then you have to pay for all their fees as well, in taxes. So, yeah, it would have gotten up there.
It would have, but 2 of those canisters probably would have been near the price.
Well, we're gonna find out. Let's get going. Alright, here we are, AutoZone, over here at Independence Parkway. Let's go get what we need. And then be done. Now we got what we need. Let's get home, but first, let's get a black iced coffee along the way. So, truthfully, yes, I could go ahead, do it over here in the parking lot. However, honestly, I would rather not. I'd rather just do it back at the house area. Alright, let's go to Dunkin' and let's get our black iced coffee and get home and fix the car. how cute
It's
you are.
warm. The water.
Welcome to Dunkin'. Grab the new $6 meal deal. We'll be with you in just one moment.
Maybe just a lot of people's cars are just dying right now.
That is good.
Oh wow, yeah.
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 Be careful, please. You have a white shirt on. I should not even. So the day that we went to Magic Kingdom, she
cold water or anything cold.
unfortunately got coffee on a part of her white shirt.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. So instead of waiting to get into the park to go ahead and clean it off, I had the idea, let's just stop at the old Hess that's out there, and then she can just clean it off in the bathroom right there. Luckily that worked, and the stain didn't have time to set in. That was a saving. Is that actually good?
Mm-hmm.
Is it worth it?
Yes.
Now,
Absolutely. Oh gosh.
sweetie, would you stand outside with me the entire time that I'm doing the AC recharge?
I'm good.
I love how cute she is like that. No, I want her relaxing in the AC, cooling down, comfortable, and just relaxing a little. Because that way, she'll be happier. And she won't be cranky. And a cranky Tiffany is not a great Tiffany. But a happy Tiffany is a wonderful Tiffany. So we want to keep Tiffany happy, no matter what.
I need to get some of those cool wraps. Put one on my neck. I need to get one.
Oh, and by the way, Tiffany and I are both in agreement. I'm not doing the ICT company that I did that orientation thing with yesterday. She and I both agree that it's really not worth it to work for a company for 2 weeks for free on hopes that they might accept you and then you get paid.
Yeah, that seems like a complete waste of your time.
Exactly.
When you could be looking for a different one in the meantime.
Like I said before, it would be no different than if you had to work at McDonald's.
Screw 2 weeks out of our time.
It'd be no different than if you worked for McDonald's and they were teaching you how to flip burgers and at the end said, okay, you failed the test, we're not going to pay you, have a great day.
Yep. It'd be a
Man, if
waste of
McDonald's could do
anybody's
that,
time. Oh my god, the companies would be...
man, they would love that.
Oh, I know. They'd be constantly getting multiple rounds of free labor in all the time.
Man, think about it. Walmart, shoot. That would make them the happiest. That they could have a trial period?
I don't think it's legal.
That they could have a trial period with an employee, and at the end of the trial period, say, yeah, we're not happy with how you were, so we're not going to pay you, and we're letting you go. Man.
And just to get legal means of trying
Calling
to get
it
away
a
with it, only hire
1099
one.
contractor. No, they don't even... Baby, you know, because it's an IT job, and it's remote, they were having tons of applicants. What?
Beetle got in the car,
Okay.
so don't freak out.
But I know they were having a lot of applicants.
It's a big one. But it's buzzing back there too.
Alright.
You might want to open the window.
It is open.
It's okay, I think it got out.
But yeah, let's get home. Let's drink our drink, recharge the AC, and then we can be done.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm not falling for no freaking scams and bullcrap like that. That's not gonna fly at all. Seriously, come on. A beautiful Starion from Nissan. I can't even tell which one this is here. But oh my god. It's another Nissan. And then of course I've showed the GTO before. Porsche Cayenne. Nissan GTR, BMW, and again, a Prius. Yeah, you can tell I'm not a fan of Prius.
No, you're not.
I don't know what it is. I just don't like them. There's nothing fun about it. You get it?
I got it.
Like if I want to buy a new car, I want it to be fun. I want it to actually be something I'm passionate about making that payment on.
I know.
And oh my gosh, it is so incredibly hot out there. After my quick coffee break, then I'm going out, getting the car done. Holy crap. Talk about epic. I have an epically cute girl here. You look so awesome in that top. Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
You know what the funny part is? Come here. What? This is technically a crop top, but on her short body,
none of them ever fit me like crop tops.
it just blends together.
I'm so freaking short.
I love how tiny she is. Great for getting pots and pans on the lower shelves. And I'm great for getting the bowls on the higher shelves.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, do you remember that video clip that we did of yesterday with me with my head against you? Yeah, I put that into the video.
Okay.
Yeah, you were so perfect.
Can I say the good news?
Hmm?
Can I say the good news?
Yes. She's not pregnant.
That's not what I'm talking about. That can't happen.
What other good news? Oh yeah, so another company actually got back with me, and I'm going to be doing a follow-up interview with one of their recruiters. It's a remote tech position for help desk. The contract is for 4 months. It's only $17 an hour, but it's a remote position, meaning I won't have to waste gas going places. So that's really good. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. And not to mention, I can keep staring at this beautiful girl. Alright, let's get out to the car and let's fix things. Okay, it is 11:59, it is going on 12 o'clock. Let's get out there and let's finish this job. I'll tell you, it feels even hotter out here now as the day goes on. Let's get this job done. Let's go ahead, let's get this canister ready. Let's get it prepped. Get that undone. Put this in the car. Alright, it says fill in, release trigger in 15 seconds to read the pressure. I have a feeling we're actually in for a worse disaster than what I anticipated.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on?
Oh, nothing, it's just idling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, you want me to turn it off then?
Yeah, alright, it tells me that we're in for a worse thought than what I anticipated. No longer is it just an AC recharge issue, but it's actually going to be some other issues too, potentially. At this point, it could be a blown fuse on the AC compressor, it could be a fan obstruction, it could be a clog in the AC. There's a number of things that I've recently read that it could be now. So yeah, we're a little screwed, unfortunately. All right, let's go ahead. Let's put everything away. and get ready for Lil. Alright, update is currently 12:41. And this did not work. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that back because yeah, I don't know what the further issue could be, but we tried. It didn't work out. So we're just gonna have to get a professional to look it over and then go from there. And we're just gonna have to pay a diag fee and stuff like that. Because honestly, if this didn't work out, then it's gonna be outside of even my realm at all. And I'm not gonna wanna play around with that. Alright, let's go into AutoZone right here on Highway 50 in Winter Garden and check it out. So, can a computer geek fix a car's AC? The answer is no. No, we cannot. But at least I am not out any money at all for today. Except for my gas of going out to Independence Parkway twice. That's not too bad. Let's get back over and let's get Lil. Let's go ahead and let's get home and get Tiff. And then in about half an hour or 40 minutes, we have to get Lily from school, figure out dinner. And honestly, yeah, I'm disappointed in myself. Because truthfully, I was hoping that I could go ahead and do this and I could actually fix the issue. It would be quick, it would be simple. But here I am, sweaty, I'm feeling like gross and nasty. And I didn't really accomplish much except for burning up a little bit of gas and trying. Which I guess is something, but at the same time, I failed at it. I failed to fix the AC in the car, and honestly, that sucks. It'd be no different than if somebody gave me a computer to fix and I couldn't replace the motherboard because something broke on it, like a pin. I'd feel pretty crappy too. But I guess the only saving thing really is just that I tried. I tried. I put out $200 today to do it. I took the parts back, got a full refund, so I didn't lose any money. And the only thing that I did really was burned up some gas and spent $10 on some coffee for Tiffany and I. That was all I did. On the other hand, I did not get to stream today. And I don't even know how well that would have gone in this Florida heat today. Which is why tomorrow I'm having Lily to stay in school because really taking her out on Saturday early morning to Universal seems like the better option to do. And then Monday, then we got Epic Universe. But yeah, this Florida heat is no joking. And Uncle Orville, with your photo of hanging an AC unit off the window, if I could get the power routed to the little cigarette adapter, yeah, I'd be willing to do that right about now. Or maybe just get a big block of ice and go ahead and just get a fan to blow the air onto it. That also could work too. The only thing that I'm worried about are the days where it storms and you can't put down the windows really, because then the inside is going to get all wet.
Like and subscribe.
That's the only thing that I worry about right now. But at the same time, I'll cross that road when it comes to it. But right now, I am so wanting to do the remote IT job with that company, the 4-month contract one, that I actually shot them back an email because the next available appointment, there was 2. One for Thursday, and that would have been for like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I didn't want to have an interruption again where I gotta get Lil. So I actually postponed it until Friday. But I went ahead and I sent them a message saying, hey, look, if you have any cancellations for a morning appointment, get back to me as soon as possible. I want to do it. Look, I know it's $17 an hour. I know it's not great money. But at the same time, and yeah, it's a 4-month contract, it's something. It is. It's 4 months to get my crap in order and to get everything settled up that I need to. And it'll pay my bills, and I can still go out after work. And I can still vlog during the day about my work day. And Tiffany, I can drop her off at the village and she can vlog about what's new at Marshall's, what's new at Ross, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, there's still stuff that I can do with vlogging, even with working like that. I did it back then and I can do it again. But let's get home and let's get Tiff, and I want some Cheez-Its, darn it. Alright, before we go in and go see Tiff, I gotta check something out. Yes, I know. I love Skylines. I love JDMs. What can I say? See that freaking skyline there? That looks so awesome. I love that one. But yeah, you guys have seen the GTO before. In America, it was called the 3000 GT. But yeah, this one here is pretty darn cool. That looks awesome as heck. And like Gran Turismo, the rail driving simulator, I've been playing that game ever since the 90s when I had it on the PlayStation 1. And I love that game. This one here is really cool. It's an actual right-hand drive. So yeah, the steering wheel is on the other side. That is so awesome. I love that wagon look. Man, I wish we still had wagons in America. They were so cool. But this BMW looks amazing. I love this sucker. I genuinely do. I would drive that every day if I could. That classic BMW look. It's amazing. Ooh. Where do we have to go?
We gotta go get Lily.
Why?
Because it's time.
And what do I get for dinner out of it?
I forgot.
Do you know why you forgot?
Yeah.
Because we never decided on anything.
Oh. I thought we did.
We kind of decided on Manwich. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
You know what? What should we do with it, though?
What?
The Manwich!
Oh. We still have the watermelon. We haven't had
No,
yet.
I mean, you can't just have Manwich and watermelon.
Well, I sure don't want mac and cheese, that's for sure.
What else would you want?
I have no idea. We'll figure it out.
Alright, let's get going. Let's go get Lil. And then let's get our butts to Publix. Alright, let's go get Lil. And let's sweat to the oldies. And there's other good news too. My background check with Kelly Education has cleared. So OCPS has approved me to being a substitute teacher. So between the substitute teaching and this remote IT, this is going good. And they can also move me up to tomorrow for the remote IT interview to go ahead and talk with them.
Oh, okay.
So that all works out. Thank you. That all works out perfectly. Because even if I want to do the Kelly Education, still have to wait a little bit for school time to really kick back in, which is roughly about 3 months, so that lines up just perfectly if the contract with this IT job doesn't get renewed. I think that things might actually be going okay.
I think so.
We can start clearing up some stuff, getting life back on track.
Get insurance again.
Yeah, I think that's the
Yeah.
second thing that we're gonna do. Well, maybe first thing,
Yeah.
because I don't know how much the car stuff is gonna be.
I have no idea because
But
I need my medicine.
yep. And you see, it's not exactly the cost of the medicine. That's not the issue. Okay? The issue is the script that allows for the refills on it. That's the problem of what we're gonna face.
Yeah.
Because
I don't
there's no
have any
refills.
renewal. Yeah. So I have to go back to the doctor to get a renewal.
But
Without
guys,
insurance, I can't go back.
let's do this. Let's get over to the school.
Yep.
Let's get Lil. And then let's get over to Publix later on after we go back home and just rest our minds for a bit. Is it hot?
Oh yeah.
Are you a hottie?
Somewhere along that line.
Alright, let's go get dinner over at Publix. Alright, let's go into Publix and let's get dinner. Country Time lemonade and gallon of water. Let's do it. Alright, chicken nuggets, Arby's fries, and green broccoli. Let's do it. Alright, Arby's fries, and we have the chicken at home.
Okay.
Alright, and we'll get sweet peach barbecue sauce. Alright, it is just about on the edge of 5 o'clock now. It is time to go ahead and end the day, and honestly, today has been a mixed bag of a day. On one hand, a computer geek cannot fix a car's AC problem. We learned that. Luckily, it didn't cost us anything to learn that. That's the positive. The negative is that it's going to still end up costing money to get a technician to diagnose it, fix it, and the time of us not having the vehicle to do it in. That's going to be the hardest part. But if there's a lesson to take away today, it's got to be know when to quit before you make a situation worse. Case in point, when it came to the car today, I knew at that point I should stop what I was doing, because at that point, if I continued further, I could make a bad situation worse and then have a bigger bill at the end to pay for. So really, it was good that I stopped right when I knew that I should, instead of keep on going. And sometimes that's the best thing to do. Because in computer world, when you're fixing a computer, let's just say you're fixing a motherboard for a laptop. There's so many pins, so many ribbons that you can rip and break accidentally, and you don't get a rewind button on life. And then it causes a bigger issue than what you anticipated. That's today's lesson on that. Know when to quit, accept it, and be happy that you didn't have a negative outcome because you continued on. But guys, thank you so much for being with today. It has been a pretty decent day, and I hope you have a great one. Thank you so much for everything. I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow I have an orientation with the substitute teaching company. That's gonna be from 9 to 1, and I am happy about that. So I'm actually glad that we decided to not do Universal tomorrow of keeping Lily home, but instead Lily will still be kept home, so that way I can give my full focus to that. Because otherwise, yeah, it would have been really messed up. But guys, thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow, Have a good night. Go get some sleep because we all will need it.
But I know we won't give this up. Sometimes I lose my mind, and some days it's hard to find the reason why you stay by my side.